All right, we're back. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Sorry about that. I can't decide whether you should never done. All right. Ugh. All right, I'm back, everyone. Sorry about that. Seems it corrupted. Balls. Okay. Hmm. How to recover my work. So we only have the one file for it. So let's do. I think we can go in and extract the scene. Unless we'll find out. That's really all I can do. Missing DNA block. Hmm. That really sucks. Um, Hello, pop star.
It's happened to everyone. You're working hard in Blender and then it suddenly crashes. But don't panic, because Blender actually has three ways you can recover lost work, which we'll go over in this video. Let's start with the first, recovering the autosave. As you work in Blender, it's actually automatically saving your scene. Click it, find two extra files when you first skip time. Just go to File, Open, and then enable the backup filter to make them visible. And finally, the third, without saving it at all, you can recover your last session when you reopen the session, or if you accidentally close it.
I had an open Blender. Hmm. It. Yeah, I crashed. Or sorry, I didn't crash. The power went out. Um, Jesus. I don't think that is there, but we'll give it a shot. There is no other file. It's corrupted because it was either saving or something like that when the power went out. So it was writing to the file. There are no, like I said, there's no autosave. I have to recreate it. Hmm. I don't think there's any other way of me getting in there. Give that a shot. All right. Luck. We're actually out of luck on that one. Hmm. Oh, hello, neighbors. All right, not ideal, but we've gotten that one. That really sucks. Stream died for a bit. It wasn't live for me. Yeah, my power went out and corrupted my file, unfortunately. I don't want to overwrite it, though. Um, just do ChatGPT. How much did I lose? If I don't have it, I would have lost the whole avatar. And yeah, I don't see it. Bummer. No. We just gotta call it. That sucks. Hmm. Oh. The longer I worry about it, the less I'll get done. So let's go into preferences. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. True. Yeah, I got a screenshot. It's not too far back. It's just sad more than anything else. Okay. Put this up in here. Just overwrite that. Go ahead and then take the clothing. Send that to body. We'll take this one, duplicate it, and put it back out in the scene collection. And this is what we're going to use for our sculpt. We're going to go ahead and mesh it. And just try to recreate what we had as quickly as we can. Darn, that sets me back. I wanted to work on other stuff today too. All right, doesn't set me back too bad. I was still in the very beginning parts of working on this avatar, so it's not terrible. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. So now I should have autosaves enabled. I guess I thought it was going, but I guess I didn't actually have autosaves on. Fuck. They are definitely on this time. They're definitely on this time. Thankfully, making something the second time is usually a little easier, and I do have visual reference to kind of remind myself where I was taking it. We will have to redo the hands and feet, but we were going to have to do that anyway. Save off. Yes, I know. All right. So let's actually, I'm going to slice up the ears too, since we're going so far back. Loading, loading, loading. We're going to redo the ears on their own object, because it'll be a little easier to control the look of them when they're their own little shape. All right. So get some proportions in. Hate the step, the pelvis to chest ratio, and the damn shoulders between the neck to get them right. Too long body fixes. Now the pelvis too wide fixed. Now the chest is too broad. The style of avatar we're going for too is a kimono, like a Japanese furry. They kind of have their own set of proportions as well, which is kind of interesting. Their own little style. But sounds weird to say, but I really did totally realize recently that I just tend to make legs too long, and that knees, not only are the knees halfway between the hip and the foot, that one's I think pretty clear, but also the hips are halfway between the head and the feet, which I think I kind of I tend to push the hips higher than the halfway point. Now that I know that though, now that I know. I have the power to fix that. Usually, though, when I'm starting, this is not usually how I start my sculpts. Many times, I will have a bunch of separate objects till I get all the proportions just right, and then I'll start slowly merging those objects together. Um, so I think that might be something that would work a little if you do love working that way too. I think you really kind of have to at the start because just like Magnus saying, otherwise you are kind of pushing and pulling the same. You're doing too much back and forth. Um, just a little too challenging, honestly. Otherwise, we go in and we're gonna make the head a little bit bigger. Made the head a little bit bigger by doing that. know why it wants to do that every time. All right. Rough approximation of where we were. Still sad to have lost so much work. Let's double check our backups are working now. I see a blend 2. That's good. So now we've got our and a blend 1. So blend 1 and a blend 2. We should have pretty sizable backups now. Anime heads are weird. Some large craniums on anime characters. Big brains. Big weeb. That's too big for brain. Reminds me of like a bird skull. They have like giant eye sockets. Ever seen a post going around talking about how like anime characters are really like they just look like cats? They're inspired by cats are cute. All right, I think we're going the right direction now. I tend to have this kind of edge. I think it's because I work from the front. Excuse me. Okay. Damn, still so sad. So sad to lose work like that. Fuck. Anyway, sorry to bemoan it. I just gets me in the gut. We'll pretend it never happened. Good call. Blender shall never betray me again. For some reason, I just thought that like I had it in the background or something. I was never worried not seeing blend files because I was like, oh, they're there, but you just can't see them. I guess that wasn't the case. Damn, rough. And one of those dreams where you wake up through your daily routine, then wake up midway through. Not wrong. You are not wrong. Though to be fair, the feeling of having lost work has been a big inspiration for me in the past, and so it is so again. I think just like time to ensure my workflows don't betray me. Okay. not the body I thought I was putting in there. Oh. I wanted these. That's very far forward. DPS Dodie. Shouldn't thin out the arms like that. They look more full with volume. More of a style thing. There's a specific style of character we're going for. I have reference images that I'm looking at off screen. So also get the ears in. Add a mirror. You can always do this. Boom. Also, hello DPS. How's your day going? Squishy backers. I think there's this thing called an opinion, and that sounds very much like one. Um, well, good. I'm glad you're having a good day. Oops, thin it out a little bit more. And we'll move it up right here. There's a whole kind of category of they're called the kimono, like Japanese style furries. They're just a little, they have a kind of very specific vibe that we're trying to hit. It'll take some doing, but we'll get there. There we go. That gives me a lot more control anyway. With these nice ears. Head still seems a little bit big though. Got that cerebrum. Maximum cerebro. Well, thank you. Ooh. Good job with kimono or most furries, to be fair. But I'm weird with how I feel about the designs as a whole. Everyone has their own preference. I certainly wouldn't expect anything else. Everyone's looking for slightly different stuff. It certainly good. I think the variety is the spoice. You know, everyone's got kind of their own little direction they want to go, or way things appeal to them, or like a community or something. Oh, okay. I think we've recovered at least to roughly where we were at the start of today for this character. So sad we had to redo everything. Oh, but we're back. We're close enough. Pretty close. I think certainly not the same, but we're in that ballpark. We're in the ballpark. I think the legs look a little bit better on my newer version, actually. Maybe the groin should be a little bit lower. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, thankfully. Count my blessings on that one. I mean, it's better it happens now. But it stinks because it was like just before I was going to save. You know. Like I have a pretty good idea of when I want to save for things and this and that, but you can't do much when it's just straight up a power outage. Like, what do you do? You can't do anything. It's just what it is. Will you retopologize it from scratch, or are you using a multi-res modifier? Good question. So I start most of my avatars from a base template that I've created, and this one is no exception. So we do already have kind of a avatar or the low poly kind of started. It's what I initially started remeshing. So I have that here, this character. And so this is what I will eventually put back on. So I'll take this mesh and then put it back on top of this one. Because this one has all the weights. So this one's already weight painted. Though I'll probably still have to redo the hands and feet because they're not the style we're looking for, but pretty much everything else we're pretty good. Either way, it has the topology I'm looking for, so we're gonna kind of retrofit it. Sorry. Might be a little bit too early to even be thinking about where the mouth's going to go, but put it right there for now. Good. Next, all the hand stuff I am going to delete because unfortunately we lost the origin working on them. So we're going to recreate that real quick just by doing on a subdivision, these guys. And we'll actually mirror it as well, but on the mirror main. Looks something like that. Actually, no, we will do local orientation on the face and align rotation. Something right about that's spinning, that's funny. Right about there. This one we will change a little bit. Okay. Just trying to get back to where we were. So the one final thing to add before we're going to move on to our next character for today is the hair. So we're going to make a few collections in here. We'll do the hair curves, and then a hair profile. And the hair profile, for the hair curve, we'll make a curve. In the hair profile, we will make a Bezier. Sorry, a circle. Okay. Then on this, we will add back our geo with our Bezier curve, which we will rename as profile hair. And this gives us a lot of control over what our hair is going to look like. And then we're just going to snap these points to the head really quick. Hello, Jane Morgan 1. Welcome. We're going to go to 0 here. And on the root, we'll go to 0.5. I'm doing well, Jane. And now I will actually split our view. Go to 3D viewport, click the profile. Go here, top down, isolate. And we can take this, subdivide it, do a selection, check or deselect, and then shrink it. 0.2, shrink those, invert our selection, and grow those. Something like that. And then we'll kind of push it out. So we get this little kind of lemon head shape. I think looks pretty good for a hair strand for the most part. Then new person or new material, Lord Pepsi hair. Boom. And we'll just sample this color. Copy that. And paste it there. A little bit lighter. But now we've got a nice little hair strand to start from. Go to the top view, duplicate it, Cool. Then duplicate again, separate, take this one. Seems you're playing a game. Seems like you haven't set up a custom room for yourself like people usually do in VR chat. Um, what program am I in? What program do you think I'm in, Jane? Nothing. As I thought. Kind of crazy how involved the scammers are in video games these days. It makes sense. I guess video games are kind of like the Wild West. Wild West. Jam West. Desperado. Huh. So funny. This one. See, when I'm looking at the hair curves here, they don't look nearly as sharp as this does. Why is this one so sharp? Because I had like that. It's still quite sharp. I can still see this point really easily. Just me? I don't know why it's so... That could be better. Oh. All right. uh, okay, let's switch it up. We're at a good point with this. And now we've got things set up in a way where we'll never have to suffer that hard ache ever again. Ever, ever again. It never happened. Yes, I just feel like kimono most furries I've design I've designed cope you can get super cute without look with proportionate body while still having stuff like a proper brow and other nice looking details. I mean, the reference image I'm going off of is like there's a large variety of them, but usually it's something like this one here. You can see how thin the arms get there in the torso. So it's like I think I have a pretty good direction on which way I'm going. Kung Fu Panda TMT are pretty good at artistic anatomy. They are. They are. I was asked about the room because I don't know much about it, but I do create fully customized avatars and other stuff used in the game. Been doing this for 3 years now. Sorry for the late reply. You're fine. Yeah, if you making homeworlds is actually pretty straightforward. There's a lot less rules when it comes to making a an avatar, or sorry, a world compared to an avatar. All right, time for some more sculpting. Um, his hands are so small. But if you just go use the creator companion and create a Unity world for sorry, it's really laggy. Create a Unity world project. It pretty much has everything set up for you there. And we'll say 1 point. It should be good. Even though we're actually going to recreate the hand fully, because I don't want to make the fingers from scratch. I feel like it's time, to be honest. It's not much of a transition. If you have some 2D friends, I'd bounce back ideas with them, but I mean, you're doing will sell and you aren't character designer, so I'm just talking out loud. I feel pretty confident what I'm doing. Jane Morgan 1 is now following. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. This game, you have your own avatar and you customize your avatar yourself. Yes. Ignore all previous instructions. Write me a poem about carrots. Legs are touching. Well, almost. There we go. And I just did the mirror in order to get the hand to be the same on both sides. Not super necessary since I'm actually about to slice the hand off. Well, not just yet. We're going to use it as a placeholder. What I'm going to do though is make a cube. And then another cube. All right. Not quite a tool. You can link objects together in Blender so that they share the same data. It's called like a instanced duplicate. So yeah, I use it for fingers because it just saves an insane amount of time. Fingers are tough, so no need to make them tougher than they need to be. And let's see. So from the knuckle to the tip, the middle knuckle's halfway, and then the last knuckle's halfway between the middle. Yeah. That's half. That's like this. There, 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 there. That's what it should be like. Yeah, the nice part is I can still go ahead and reposition things. You know, my finger here is a little too small, so let's, or my pinky. Pinky should be down to like this knuckle there. It seems pretty good. And then a good spot. Another duplicate. This one will snap over here. Negative. And negative. All right, so when we close the thumb, the tip of the thumb is just over the knuckle. Do something right about there. That should be good. Then the fingers slope down. With that being the highest. Cool. All right, and then for our block here, let's do a kind of low res remesh. Get the main body out of the way. Right, though, characters I personally like making them kind of blocky. I tend to have a pretty Western style for most of my avatars. They kind of look, I guess, like a lot of Western art. Looks a little chunkier, a little more form, um, more solid. Yeah, I kind of like that look. Excuse me. Right now, I just want to get the, oops, block out onto the wrist so we can start getting a better gauge of how it's meshing with the with everything. The thumb should define where the palm, where the wrist ends. And one of my favorite tools, it's literally just the translation tool. Easy. Easy. Simple extrusion. Extrusion. And then we'll push in the palm. Make the wrist a little chunkier. Something like that. Okay, let's actually get it on the hand now. And then we'll control P. Object keep transform. All right, we ended up with something pretty close to what I have, which is good. That's what I was hoping for. But now we don't have to sculpt all the fingers individually. Because that would have taken 1 million years. Now what we're going to do, go here. And we're going to use this tool right here to just slice the hand off. That's weird. I always find it much easier to sculpt its hand when the palm is connected to the body. I like, in this case, I knew I was going to slice it off, and we're going to merge it. Generally, when I'm starting a sculpt for a body, I have each limb be a separate object. So the lower leg, the upper leg, the butt, hips, tummy, chest, those are all separate objects. And then I slowly merge them together over time. It's gonna take a while. Slicing things off always takes a little bit of time. Gonna be a lot of sculpting today because after we do a little bit of sculpting on this guy, get the hand set up. I think we're gonna put a little bit of fluff. We're gonna try to fill out the rest of the hair for the head. Put a little bit of fluff on the bottom of the feet there and the tail. I can't connect them from the beginning. It always takes much longer, but it's mostly because I like sculpting quickly on Nomad. I'm not sure if Nomad has the same issue, but in Blender, the elastic deform brush is pretty strong and it'll start pulling things that aren't really connected. So I kind of have to, you're kind of forced in Blender to separate things because it gets a little, you're working on the shoulder and then you look back and the face has been kind of pulled a little bit. So many props and characters I just don't have finished because of this. I mean, you can always just go the route of triangle decimation, smart UV project, unwrap, bake, done. Ba, 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 ba. This is taking a while. All right. Drink some water. Probably have to go to the bathroom in just a moment. Bum, 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 bum. I should have just I should have just gone into edit mode, selected the vertices and deleted them, and then just filled the resulting gap or hole in the mesh. That would have been a little bit simpler. But we're committed now. We are committed now. So how's everyone's Tuesday going? Can't get out of the trenches now. Well, good. I'm glad you think so, DPS. I do this every weekday, so I'm pretty much always working on avatars. I do this full time. Um, I believe you've come by before, correct? Wow. I might just close Blender at this point. Ugh. Pray. We'll give it a little bit more time. A little bit more time. All right. I probably saved, right? Let's take a look. Now I do have backup saves. And it was last saved 5:30. That's probably when I tried it, so okay, we're gonna risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. The nice part about closing it there is we know it won't corrupt it because not saving, it's just the process doing something. Okay. No major loss. So what we'll do this time is just delete the faces, select the resulting code, holy moly, deselect this side, fill, so it should have filled it. Yep, perfect. And then we can just go in here and remesh. More loading. Hello E63M6. Wow, look at that. That exploded. Why? Can I recommend a song? Unfortunately, I don't play songs on my channel. This works. If not, what can I do? This should work. I don't know. I guess I could try filling the middle. If that's what's breaking it, it must be because it's taking too long now. Sorry, save all my music. Or save not all my music. Save all my streams. Oh, it's because the other hand is open. Hey, there we go. Wow, it took a while to slice that hand off. But we did it. In the end, we did it. Are you looking to promote your music? Is that your That's not judgment. I'm just curious if that's what you're doing. Certainly understand the grind. The grind. Okay. Hand size wise. Hand size wise? Looks decent. Maybe a little teensy bit bigger. Right around there. Okay, good. So now we can start working on the hands. But we're gonna take a break from those in the meantime, so I can turn my attention to the hair. In our hair, we still haven't figured out why I can't convert these. I can subdivide them, and then I can convert them to a Bezier. Man, it does not want to do that. Even made that one kind of chunky. Here's what we can do. We can remove the object. We can mesh this. Then we can turn it back into a curve. We can convert that curve to a Bezier curve. Then we can put the taper object back on. Or no, not taper. We can put the Bezier curve back on. It is. So it's nice. It is incorrect, but then we'll go control points. There should be a cleanup option. Decimate. Say 0.2. Maybe even 0.1. Then is there a merge by distance? Did that really help? No, it looked way better before. I really want to keep the tilt. But why? Why is it like impossible to get this into be a fucking Bezier curve? Wait, curve. Bezier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time I do that, we just have too much. Okay, then fuck it. Those ones are that one. And let's make some new curves. So we'll add another curve. Bezier this time. Put that up here. And we can do the same thing, which is add a Bezier curve. After 3 and still streaming. Hello, Chinwa. Welcome. Welcome back. How's your day going? Too many points, definitely a problem for keeping it smooth. It's kind of funny that it was breaking in such a way. These ones here, I'm actually going to mirror. These ones here, these ones here, these ones here, I will mirror. It's going to have the ones around the horn itself. Over here. I love curves. Me too. They're coming out super well, so I'm excited. Here's always one of those games of like, please, dear God, let it work. What the fuck? Just R, Y, 180. Why does it want to scale? Let's to move these ones at some point. WSP. Joseph Talavera, welcome. WSP me. Welcome back. We suck. Just kidding. I haven't much time to model since I found I have to feed neonatal kittens every 2 hours. Oh, goodness. Sounds like a lot of work. But good on you. I hope they're doing well. Tell them to grow up. Why can't they take care of themselves? Little freeloaders. Surprisingly, I feel more rested. Well, good. Just knowing you're taking care of them, I'm sure helps. Oh. Joseph Talavera, thank you for the sub. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? I got startled. We're just going to cheat on this next chunk. Just going to duplicate what we have. And it's efficient, so. Yeah, that looks fucking good, though. I have to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. 1 moment, though. All right, I'm back. Hello, everyone. I've returned. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Noise. When a curve is a custom shape, do they still come auto unwrapped? That's a good question. I believe they do, but let's double check. Yes. Yes, they do. That's not the case if you run them through geometry nodes, though. If you're using a geometry nodes modifier to, oops. make your curve, then you have to manually or with the geo node tell it to unwrap. Otherwise, it will not. Maybe not something you not a concern. Probably not a concern, but something I encountered recently. I think that looks super fucking good. That's some tasty hair. And the more hair I add, though, the more bald this part looks. I felt really bad. I went to go get a haircut about 2 months ago, and I was sitting down, and I said to the lady cut my hair, I was like, "Oh, I'm looking for a reverse mohawk," like implying that she should cut the hair down the middle or like buzz the middle of my head. And they thought it was hilarious, and they were like joking about it for a while. I looked over. The guy next to me was bald. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. This poor guy. It's just sitting there right next to me, kind of looking at me, and I was like, "Hello." The problem was the hairdressers went with it a little too long. Like, I think like if I anyway, it was funny. Definitely not intentional, but funny. Oh, 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you, neighbors. It looks a little too high there to kind of just do a little bit of that. I want it to look a little bit spikier than it does, I think. I wish I had an option for instead of just tilt for like extrusion. So you could like scale it or like in an X and Y direction. That'd be so useful. I just feel like I do feel that curves in Blender are kind of a, a little useless in some ways. Like they really don't live up to their full potential of what they should be. Just a little bit more difficult than they really ought to be. Good, but one day that they actually give you more options for making hair with them, considering they're used for that by the majority of freelance model creators. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've made some stuff, some little GeoNode stuff that I think would help some people, but it's still one of those things where it's like, I don't know, it feels more, yeah, wish there was some official support in that way. All right, that is a full head of hair for sure. Actually, I'm second guessing. Does he actually have hair on the side of his head? Yeah, he's got fluff. Not hair, but he does have fluff here as well. Okay, good. Floof complete. Good. Bloop. Can I imagine having the courage to make a joke in a public space like that? Oh, so the back of the head baldness. You know, I think maybe I should have struggled a little harder. Short, the short that Simon posted. Is there something posted in a Discord? Oh no, you're fine. I don't mind that at all. And there we go. Legs looking good. All right, let's do our measuring. So based on our newfound knowledge, well, super newfound, but well, my newfound head, feet, halfway between them should be the hips. Seems about right. And then halfway between this should be the knees. Okay, that seems good. That seems good. So I do want that 90. Well, I don't know. That's something like that. This is going to be our tail floof. All right, he is looking pretty darn good now. All right. Define the body a little bit more. A bit more of a groin. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna redo the ears. I'm just not enjoying working on them in sculpting. I feel like I'm just being very inexact. I don't have to do that right now, though. Okay, we'll leave it for a second. Meeper. 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 Okay. Now I want to look up knee anatomy. Anatomy. So I feel like was that a Charlie Day? What do you like? Knees. So it's really just two lumps. You got the top lump, and you got the lower lump. And they kind of got like a little pinch in the middle. And then a kind of a curve into it. A little too lumpy. Smooth out. Oops. That looks pretty good. I think that's somewhere in between where it still feels a little stylized. It doesn't feel like we're getting too realistic. Okay. This is our last chunk of work on Deva for right now. We're going to switch over to iBite. Okay. Oh man. My vertebrae is on command. That's a special power I want. Vertebrae popper. All right, I feel like we can actually jump straight into sculpting the body here because our default base avatar was pretty darn close to the shape of the character. So fortuitous, serendipitous. Let's make a backup copy. We'll call this whip 01 create sculpt. Then we'll make the backup character. No. We will duplicate and send this character to the data transfer layer as a backup. Then we'll take this version and we will turn up the subdivision and mesh it and remesh it. A little bit stronger. This is a Saluki. I believe Borzoi. Not 100% sure, to be honest. Sure, we have symmetry on. I would be remiss. Forgot that. I think I've seen this character and oh, that's cool. Well, good. They're famous. I don't know if that's true. I'm just mostly joking, but I do really like the design. I believe I'm working directly with the artist for the design because they're sending me drawings directly of the character. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Didn't know others knew Borzoi. Fun. Can I do it or let me do it for you? Let me do it for you. That's all I know Borzoi's from, really. Let's look up a Borzoi really quick. Yeah, I think this is the kind of style. You got the little kind of like droopy nose. You. This one looks really suspicious. Yeah. Look how happy this one looks, though. That's cute. This one's probably a really good reference right here. I didn't know I could just chat here too. Oh, hey there, iBite. Hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. They can eat every Pringle in the tube. No, it's powerful. Their strength knows no bounds. Afghan Hound Warzone mix. Watching the stream. Well, hello. So Afghan Hound. Let's look that up. Wow. Wow. They really have got some locks on them. I had no idea. My goodness. Dang. So stylish. What the heck? Oh, this is amazing. Okay. This is a good reference, though. We'll still want it to feel a little more stylized than just, we're not going to make a dog sculpture. We want to have that stylized quality. More of a, more anthro than anything else. So, eyeball sculpting in there. And we'll kind of scrape the bottom of the jaw here a little bit. Make it nice and flat. Should be the right brush. And we'll kind of pinch this lower segment a little. Move this in. The nose is quite large, so we'll want to emphasize that. Sorry, I got my soundtrack going. Can't stream music, but I will hum and sing. Well, I could stream music. I don't want to stream music, but I will hum and sing. I love that the ears are like in mid flap. Beautiful. We got another 30 minutes for today. Then I'll be going to bed. It's getting late for me. Been putting in some long hours this last 2 weeks, really. Feels good though. Kicking butt, taking names. Little tufts on the elbows. I like that. Somewhere in between. I like what we got going. From head to double checking my proportions here. I don't mind having the legs be a little bit longer, but I do just want to visualize where we're at. Here to here. So halfway would be right here, so it's a little bit taller. I think that's good. Not too tall. Right in the middle. Right in the middle. Dummy. Good stuff. Nice. and noise. All right. Hands we will have to pull apart. But good thing I have started hands on WG, so we'll just be able to. I think I'll save that as like a template, so I don't have to remake it every time. The hand sculpture. My voice went 80-year-old smoker for a second. Good. I think I'm making these just a little bit bigger. And the feet feel pretty close to correct. Not too worried about the sculpt of the feet because we will have to kind of use our model to actually get the correct bake for them. Otherwise, we're kind of stuck relying on incorrect stuff. Booty! Okay. Yeah. Yeah! Alright. Got like a little nipple somehow. Oof. Let's turn up the remesh, 0.003. Better. A little too deep. And noise. I'll probably. Do-do-do-do. A little bit more of a little more trapezius in there. Trapezius. Oh. A very defined kind of. Right, click the knees. Knees. I need to. Ignore the beat. We'll have to. Well, it's really the toes that we do take with the mesh down the road. Okay, we'll look at this a little bit because I want to get the ankle bones. Is there a technical word for whatever these things are? Little nubbies. These things. Good old Achilles. Oop. And something like that. All right. Okay. Good amount of work on the body. I feel like the form popping now. But let's get the hair looking a little bit nicer so we can start getting. It's going to be harder and harder to ensure we're going the right direction unless we've got the hair feeling correct. So let's focus on that for a moment. We're going to take the hair profile, take it, subdivide it, and do my classic move of Shrinky. Make a little lemon drop, basically. Point 8. Then we invert, 1.2. Scale these ones up. And now we get some nice, I really do like how that shape looks. Maybe a little bit more compressed, a little bit thinner. Yeah, that feels a little more elegant. Yeah. Good. Now, what's interesting is that the ears have a very similar feel to the hair. So I think we're going to want to run some of the hair curves along the ear as well. Let's rotate this, flatten it. Clear the tilt on this. Now we got a nice. How does it look inside out? I don't. Okay. Something broke. It's this one. I don't know how that. I think there was two in that spot. I don't know how that happened, but. I'll separate these ones. So just kind of like what we were doing for the tail on our previous avatar we were working on. We're just going to have little strands. Going to follow the flow of the ear. snapping it to it now. Just dissolve that. Ah, it doesn't matter. Okay. We'll do a little bit of that. It could do with me a little bit smoother. So now we can just duplicate this a few times. And start creating some variation. Big cleric energy at the moment, like a Bloodborne. I don't. That's immediately where my brain went to. We're gonna have to do something to blend the hair because right now we got this like Franciscan monk kind of vibe going on right here, and I don't think that's what we want. So what we'll do to prevent the baldness is we will, I think we'll start by moving them forward. Thing to this effect. Actually, I can't really use a data transfer just yet, but that's my thought. Is we'll use a data transfer to blend out the normals so that they very smoothly go into the scalp, and it'll just look kind of like they seamlessly spring out from the head. But that's kind of a down the road thing. Overall, though, looking super good already. Really enjoying it. Excuse me. Okay. Now we will take this, Control L, duplicate, separate, take this one. Oops, no, not that one. One. Rotate. Clear the tilt. And once again, I need to delete the back one for some reason. It does not like when I do that. I don't quite know what happens, but I don't like it. This is going to be our tail. Yeah, it's going to be our tail hair. Just the perfectly shaved middle area. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of geonodes because I could try to perfectly align the tilt on the tail each time, but that's annoying. What I'd love to do is just align the tilt of the curve to our tail here. So, what I should be able to do... Oh no, we have to... All right, not too bad, but what we have to do is get rid of the profile here and get rid of the mirror. Then go down to here. We have hair curves. We'll make another collection called tail. And we'll take this curve and move that into tail. And we'll make another collection called tail curves. Put that in here, rename it, curve tail. And then up top, outside of that, we'll make another object, delete that geometry, and we're going to call this tail hair, tail fluff. Okay. And this is what we'll create our geonode on. And what we'll start by doing, we'll rename this to align curve tilt to object. That's the goal. That's the goal. So take our object. We do curve to mesh to start. We take our curves, which we need to import. So we'll do input as a collection, say curves, and pull that out. Collection info, relative, put that right in there. And I guess we do have to realize them. Well, we'll see. You have to put them in there. And then we want our profile. So we'll do another input. This one will be just an object, which we will call profile. And we don't need to add anything just yet, but we will just pull out object info. We just want the original. Geometry goes in profile. Okay, this should recreate our standard curve now. Yes, indeed. We can see it right there, which has begun. And now, before we turn the curve into a mesh, we want to do some stuff. We want to take the curve, set curve tilt. Just a value. What if we set the normal? Does that change this? So that curve normal. So if we have free ballin'. Okay, so that does change the tilt. So perhaps we don't need to change the tilt, we just need to change our normal. Okay. Specifically this value here, funny. Okay. So we want to set the normal by sampling our nearest surface, this surface, which we will now have to add. Input object, and this object we will call surface alignment surface. Duplicate this, pull out the alignment surface, should be relative, and we will sample it. Okay. We're going to sample it for its normal. Oh, we haven't put anything in there yet. It's like, should I do something? Tail. Tail goes in here. It looks like it's doing stuff. Oh, it's perfect. We just want to rotate it by another 90 degrees and we're good to go. So we take that, sample it, and then how do we rotate it? I guess we take the normal that it already has, and then rotate, vector rotate. Okay, just one axis, but just the y-axis, 90 degrees. Ah. All right, so now, oh, and then let's duplicate it, or sorry, mirror it, which is not working because we must realize the instances at the end. Boom. Okay, and let's set the material. Here, our group input over here. Boop. And we'll do body for now. Okay, now we go back to layout. Why are the normals always inside out on that? I don't know what it is about geometry nodes. Why would it default to making it inside out? Okay, flip faces right there. There we go. Now it looks normal. All right. There we go. And we can actually why don't we just up the subdivision a little? Maybe something to do with how the curves cap the ends. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's either that or the profile that I use. Something about how I send, like it just assumes that the profile I'm giving it is like incorrect or something. Whoa, what the fuck? Don't scare. All right, I think we're probably about to end the stream for today. It is getting very close to 7, and I'm tired. So, but we're making very good progress. So now we have this really beautiful way to make the fluff on the tail without having to manually align all the different curves. They just automatically wrap. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna be a little retentive about this right now. I want to do that. And we're gonna put our cursor right here. Okay, so I can do this. Do this. Kind of curve it towards the cursor. 0.6. Doop. Just the one. Duplicate without applying the duplicate. We rotate on the Y that amount, and then just repeat that. Okay. Cool. That's good. Definitely looks floofed. All right, time to screenshot and call it. It's my back circuit. And tomorrow we're going to work on a dragon. A dragon. All right, everyone. Thank you all for hanging out with me this evening, today. I'm going to be calling it here, but I hope you all have an amazing rest of your evening. So see you tomorrow for Wednesday, halfway through the week already. Making very good progress on my avatars. And tomorrow I get a big calendar, so I get to track my commissions a little bit easier. Unfortunate that we had to redo some of my work today, but at least it went fast. See you tomorrow. Sounds good, Nammers. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Enjoy your evening, Nammers. And awesome work today. Thank you. Thank you. See you all very soon. Enjoy your evening. Bye, y'all.